Hey guys, Sam here. I wanted to talk to you guys today about the bulletproof coffee. So, a bunch of you guys have been asking about the ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, bulletproof coffees, and all that. So, I wanted to just talk about the idea of fasting, how a bulletproof coffee can play into it, and talk about how you actually make one. So, first off, why on earth would we want to make a bulletproof coffee? So, there's been a lot of research that shows that intermittent fasting, that means fasting for a specific portion of the day, the most common being a 16-hour fast where you only eat 8 hours during the day, can actually have a host of health benefits, some of which include just activating certain genes that are associated with anti-aging. So from an epigenetic standpoint, there is some literature that suggests that it can help with anti-aging, with weight loss, especially in men. The literature shows that it can be a pretty powerful tool in helping you guys with weight loss. Now, that doesn't mean that women can't benefit from it, and it doesn't mean that just because you're a guy that this is going to work for you. Ultimately, when it comes to diet and nutrition, the most important thing is finding a plan that works for you. But if we're looking at intermittent fasting, what you can do effectively is something like a 8-hour window of eating. So for myself, a lot of the time, what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning, I'll have a bulletproof coffee, which we'll go over in a moment, and then I won't have my first meal of the day until I'm hungry. Usually that sits around the noon hour, sometimes a little bit earlier if I'm working out in the morning. But all we're basically doing here is shortening the window of time that you have to eat calories throughout the day, which will hopefully lead to eating less calories. So generally all my eating happens between noon and 8 p.m. and that'll be 2 or 3 meals, whatever it happens to be for the day. But again, there's no magic potion to this style of dieting. It just has less hours of the day to consume food, which will likely lead to less calorie intake. So that's kind of the science, the structure behind why the intermittent fasting works. There's a ton of different styles that you can find online, but for most people, that happens to be the best option, to wake up in the morning, have 1 or 2 coffees, which are high-fat coffees. They're not going to really spike your blood sugar in the same way that carbohydrates would, and that's why this style of coffee works. So let's go over the bulletproof coffee. A few things you'll need: a mug, coffee, coconut oil or coconut milk, it's really up to you, and some grass-fed butter, or honestly I just use regular butter. And it's simple as this: you take your coffee, you press it, you pour it, whatever style of coffee you use, instant, doesn't matter. Take that, put it in your mug, and I've already put the coconut oil in. You can also again use coconut milk. It's really up to you on how much you want to use. For most people it's 10 to 20 grams. I have a small stick of butter here. I throw this in, and I really love the whisk. This thing's fantastic. You can use a blender as well. Then you got to clean more dishes. Not quite as quick, not quite as effective, but whatever way you want to mix it, you can mix it. For me, I'm just going to, swirl this around for a couple seconds, and just like that, I have my bulletproof coffee. Now, again, generally what we recommend is when you have these coffees, don't just pound it right back. Slowly sip on it throughout the morning. And again, if you would like a second coffee around 10, 11 a.m., that's fine as well. Try to avoid having the coffee in the afternoon, but 1 or 2 bulletproof coffees, a little bit of cream as well, if you're into that, works. That can be a great way to help with the weight loss. So again, what it looks like is waking up, 1 coffee, a little bit of fat in it through coconut oil and or butter and cream. a second one a little bit later in the morning if you think you need it. And then my general simple rule of thumb is have your first meal when you're hungry. Generally, I say not before 11 a.m., no later than 2. You don't want to just skip eating altogether. But this is just a nice little strategy you guys can try. See if it works for you. Again, any sort of diet, it depends on the person. So don't force a square peg into a circle hole, as some people would say. Find something that is approachable and fits your lifestyle. If this helps you, fantastic, let me know. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. Ciao, guys. Last thing, guys, if you like the video, head over to our YouTube channel where we got tons of content there free for you guys to check out. So head on over if you like it, subscribe, support the channel.